Hello YouTube, it is I, Dragon, bringing a look at Dragon VTuber Streamer, and today I figured we kind of go back to basics for a little refresher for anyone that is new to Fate Grand Order or just coming back after a long break, and they kind of want to just kind of get back into the flow and the feel of the game. And so I figured the first thing that we'd go over is to do daily quests for Embers. Level up your servants with any leftover AP that you have from doing story or any events, such as the Christmas rerun event that's going on right now. Any AP they have left over, use it here, get some Embers, level up your servants, because that is the best way that you will be able to do the higher difficulty nodes and story missions later on. Super, very important that you do this. Another thing that I want to also go over are the missions. In addition to doing the weekly missions, there's also extra missions that you should take advantage of if you are also able to, which include rank up quests, interludes, and also doing free quests. Free quests after you do singularities or the lost belts, you go back, and if you have any leftover AP as well, slowly work on these, because not only will you get 10 sync warps from doing 10 free quests, but you also get 1 sync warp for doing each node, which after you do 10 of those, you'll be getting 10 sync warps total from doing 10 free quests, plus an additional 10 for a total of 20 sync warps. And another thing that I would also like to go over is level up your servants and also their skills. When you go to level up a servant, any servant that you wish to level up, whether it's one of your favorites or one that will have a skill that is very crucial to a setup that you're working on, after you select it, you go in and just select the Embers manually, or the very simple solution that most people tend to forget or they don't realize is that there's an auto select feature right here. It is very small, but it's very crucial if you have a very short time, and it's also very simple to use. You just click it, you press OK, and bam, there you go. So if you're in a time crunch and you gotta level up servants fast, this is the way to go. It's super easy, super simple. People tend to forget it, or they never realize it's there until it's way later. And then in addition, level up servant skills, including lower rarity, because they will help you in the long run, aka MASH, for example. Very good servant, very good support. Make sure to level her up whenever possible. And also, if you feel inclined to do it, level up their A-pin skills, because in addition to dealing extra attack damage when they're in a brave chain, you can also have their NP gauge already be at a certain percentage. If they have a battery skill that will help them use their NP faster, or you can level up their third A-pin skill for an additional attack against a specific enemy class or classes. Leveling these up just like leveling a regular skill. Just gotta make sure to have enough servant coins, which you get those by summoning servants, getting their bond levels up. And then you just come back here and you unlock these and you level them up just like any other skill. And another thing that returning players or anyone new should also take advantage of, going to summon, and to make sure at least once a day to take advantage of the free friend point summon, because you will get craft essences that you can burn for more QP, you get more embers, or you can also get lower rarity servants to get more servant coins, or use those for additional XP for other servants. And then last but not least, also pay attention to the news, because this is where important information about upcoming events, current events, or anything related to maintenance updates or anything like that. This will also be a very, very important tool to take advantage of. Next, we're going to talk about using and leveling up lower rarity servants. So servants that are like 1 star, 2 star, or 3 stars can help you out in the long run or early game when you're first starting out of low cost for servants. So using servants like Anderson, Alexander, Medusa, Kiyohime, or even Mash, which Mash is a very, very good servant to use overall because of her low cost, and also leveling her up even a little bit can help out immensely. So using these can be just as good as using a 4 star or even a 5 star, or in better cases, even better than those. And another thing to keep in mind is to also set up your support list, aka using servants that your friends or people that follow you can use in the event that they need help to clear a node, help them farm for resources, or during events when you have event CEs to put up. It can actually help them out quite a bit. So this is something else to keep in mind. You can also set up to be for normal, set up another one for just events, or you can have a third one, though on JP you can actually add much, much more, but that's going to be a topic for another time, way, way down the line. So always make sure, update your supports, put your best servants there for farming. It will help out in the long run. So don't forget. So the last thing that we're going to be talking about for the Refresher class is going to be a Service Noble Phantasm, or NP for short, which is basically their super, their ultimate, their hidden, not hidden ability, but their the trump card, as one might say, and to use in a sticky situation. And we're going to be using our good friend Castoria here as an example. So right off the bat, we can see that her Noble Phantasm is blue, which is just like a regular face card. It any card afterward, the servant will get a slight increase to their NP gauge to help with getting their Noble Phantasm up quicker. And another thing to pay attention to is their class, which, depending on what it says, could either be an AoE attack, be an attack for a single target. It can either buff allies, or it could actually debuff the enemy, or it could do both and also many, many more. So some Noble Phantasms could actually be more than one, which can also coincide with the description, detailing what the Noble Phantasm can do, or it could also tell what it might not be able to do. And the next thing is going to be the rank of it, which in most cases is really non-existent because some students who have a lower rank can actually be really effective, whereas some servers who have a higher rank could actually be slightly not as useful. And then the last thing that we're going to be looking at is the NP level, which basically the higher the level, which also means the more times you pull the servant, the stronger it's going to be. Meaning the higher the level, the more damage it will do, which can also lead into the overcharge, which for all noble phantasms, each noble phantasm has an overcharge, which depending on what it is, could also inflict a bonus effect onto it, or it can actually help with adding another effect or further increasing the amount of damage that the noble phantasm can do. And then, of course, the most important detail to address is to use multiple noble phantasms when you are able to. Granted, you can only do 3 noble phantasms in a row, because if you only use one noble phantasm, that one is going to be doing its only damage. But if you use multiple in a row, it actually helps with increasing the overcharge or how much damage the other noble phantasms can do. So the first noble phantasm just gets regular base damage. The one after that will get a slight buff in attack, and then the third one after that, the second, will get an additional damage. So use multiple noble phantasms when you are able to, because it will help out more often than not. So you always want to at least do the first noble phantasm being a buff or debuff noble phantasm, and then the second and third noble phantasms being your damage dealers. And so, with that, I do hope you all had a great time. Hopefully this helped refresh your memory, kind of jogged it up a little bit. So, if you did enjoy it, hit that like button, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you later. Bye.